came to Mongolia for the eagles, for the hunt, for the wild. But what I discovered beyond that were the people, the ones who carved a life from this land and called it home. These are their pillars. These are their songs. This is the heart of Mongolia.
Ustaranın yüzünde avdarılan dünya. Şöyle toy toylap sorun bir baylay. Hadi izlep girgende söyleseyim baylay. Beygatınday gelip sen tağalanın dünyay. Oltırıp oğlum beyılday, kolda жоқтың қиынай. Ustaranın yüzünde avdarılған dünyay. Жүруші едік той тойлап, тұрғын bir байлап. Менің самақын жасыз айтырмыз. Әрде естіп келген
That was one of the highlights of my trip, spending the afternoon huddled in a tiny room, escaping the intense cold. The hunter started passing around the vodka, and quickly the room filled with laughter, songs, and delicious food. I used to think a nomadic life would be a lonely one. You've got no fixed neighbors, no address, it's just you, your herd, and the wild. But that's not what I found out while I was out here. Turns out the further out you live, the closer you have to be to each other. The bond of kinship out here was one of the strongest I'd ever seen. The fire stays small, but the circle keeps getting wider. I spent days out in the cold with the eagle hunters, following them across these snow-covered mountains as they launched their birds and hunted. We didn't actually catch anything, and honestly, that didn't seem to matter to them at all. I used to think they were called eagle hunters because of what they caught, but after a few days out there, it hit me. The name isn't really about the prey, it's about the partnership. The bird is the real hunter, and they're the ones who raised her. These guys take young eagles from the cliffs, train them for years, and hunt with them through the worst winters this land throws at them. And then, after 7 years, they let them go, back into the wild. That's the part that got me. The bird is borrowed, but never owned. And somehow, she keeps coming back. One of the things that completely caught me off guard out here was just how welcoming everyone was. Where I grew up, you don't knock on a stranger's door, you don't just ask to come in, and you definitely don't ask to be fed. But out here, no one knocks twice. The door opens, the kettle goes on, and a bowl appears in front of you before anyone's asked your name. I'd watch the women of the house work for hours over the food, the kids running around laughing, the elders pouring tea like it was a ceremony, and none of it was for show. None of it was because I was a guest with a camera. This was just how it works out here. And that's when it hit me. Family isn't just the people you're born to, it's whoever walks through your door. They don't see strangers. They just see travelers who haven't eaten yet.
Artık sözge ecilden hevesim yok. Ölüm dese sayraydı gönlüm kökey. Жақсы болсаң ағайын, көр алмаған. Жаман болсаң ағайын, бер алмаған. Өмірдейді ежелден әуесім жоқ. Өлең десе сайрайды гүлмен көкей.
A few days into the trip, the weather completely turned on us. The temperature dropped to -40, and we got caught in the middle of one of the worst storms this country had seen in decades. In Mongolian, the word for this kind of winter is zud. It literally means disaster, and that year, the zud killed 8 million animals across the country. Even the hunter I stayed with lost one of his horses to the storm. And yet, somehow, they just keep going, feeding the livestock, reinforcing the shelters, pouring tea, laughing. I think that's what resilience actually looks like out here. It's not something they talk about, it's just baked into how they move through the world. You see it in the way they light up a cigarette during a blizzard like it's nothing, in how they laugh while I'm shivering, in the wrinkles the wind has carved into their faces for life. This land doesn't give you a choice, it teaches you, or it takes from you, and somehow they keep choosing to stay.
He's gonna sing a song about slopes of Altai mountains. This song is describes the lifestyle of Kazakh nomads. Yeah. Ağdağanın örtesinde bir Altay'ın jandarında tünegem Ağ yıktay taң aldında selkenem Harlısının kıranınday tülегем Eli kızım Eli kızım ötken sol bir şaktar oy Samanının kolun bulgap ötüp bara жатқан ay Жол жырғадай жолдан жолды таңдаған Қартайса да жүрісінен танбаған Хайран жасты
дәуреnim ай өлеңмен жырласам да қызығыңа тоймағым
The Altai Mountains are one of the harshest places on earth to call home, but the people who live here have figured out how to make it feel like the warmest. That's the heart of Mongolia, and it's going to stay with me for a long time. Thanks for coming along with me on this one. I hope a little piece of the Altai stays with you too.
So life is like waving its hand, you know. It means.
Şey, keylesen, dostlarım turalende.